To make the nation free, we must sacrifice freedom. China in turmoil, 1918 to 1937. In context, focus. China's warring factions. Before 1899, the two-year Boxer Rebellion seeks to rid China of foreign influences. 1912, an uprising forces China's last emperor, 6-year-old Puyi, to abdicate. Sun Yat-sen becomes the first Chinese president, but is compelled to give way to General Yuan. After 1949, Chiang Kai-shek is forced into exile in Taiwan, and Mao Zedong takes over as leader of the Communist People's Republic of China. 1966 to 1976, Mao's cultural revolution roots out counter-revolutionary elements, pressing capitalists and intellectuals to become manual workers. 1976, Mao Zedong dies. After the abdication of China's last emperor, Puyi, in 1912, the country was bitterly divided between Republicans led by Sun Yat-sen and his Kuomintang KMT, or Nationalist Party, and the military faction led by General Yuan Shikai. These internal divisions were exploited by the Japanese, who took advantage of Western occupation with World War I to dominate a virtual protectorate. Hopes dashed. When General Yuan died in 1919, many young Chinese hoped the West, rejoin this peace conference after World War I, would put pressure on Japan before it could go control of China. Instead, France and the United States withdraw their support for China, having already signed pacts with Japan. Motivated by feelings of betrayal, on May 4th, 1919, 3,000 students from Beijing University took to the streets in protest. The Beijing authorities cracked off a wave of further protests around the country. Spurred on by the revolutionary events in Russia, some young protesters, including Mao Zedong and Zhou Enlai, united to create the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, in 1921. But before a revolution of the masses could be achieved, the CCP first Northern Army warlords Sun Yat-sen and the KMT. When Sun Yat-sen died in 1925, he was succeeded by his brother-in-law, the young military chief Chiang Kai-shek. If imperialism is not banished from the country, China will perish as a nation. Chiang Kai-shek. Communism on the march. By 1928, the warlords had been defeated, and Chiang was installed as leader of the Republic, a position he held until 1975. First in China, then in Taiwan, where he lived in exile from 1949. From the outset, Chiang clashed with the CCP, who saw the KMT as elitist. Even before he became president, the CCP organized factory strike in Shanghai in 1927 was crushed so violently by Chiang's troops that 5,000 workers and communists died. This became known as the Shanghai Massacre. Mao retreated to the countryside to mobilize the peasants, whom he felt were key to the revolution. He created the Peasant Red Army in Jiangxi Province, eastern China, making guerrilla strikes from the stronghold of the mountains. In 1934, Chiang's KMT army encircled the ill-equipped Red Army in the Jinjiangshan Mountains. Breaking through a weak point in the KMT lines, the Red Army embarked on a 6,000-mile journey through the mountains, an endeavor that came to be known as the Long March. By the time it reached its northern base in Shaanxi a year later, the Red Army had lost 3/4 of its strength through cold starvation and desertion. But the epic feat earned the CCP and the respect of many Chinese people and made Mao the undisputed leader of the communists. Japan steps in. Once more, the Japanese took advantage of Chinese divisions and launched an attack on Beijing in July 1937. Chiang insisted that his first priority was communists, but subordinates disagreed and forced him to join the CCP United Front against Japan. Yet even the United Front was no match for the Japanese armed forces, quickly took over eastern China, leaving the United Front in tatters.